We had a wonderful stay at the Badlands, and it was
Yes.
spectacular.
Hated to leave it.
And we continue our head west. In about an hour and a half, we go drive in the area to the direction of Rapid City and to Sturgis.
And to remind you all, we're now separated. I'm driving behind Richard and he's in the coach. And I'll tell you, I really, really missed that bathroom. I had 4 stops and I was lugging probably a good half an hour, 45 minutes behind you. And what was your thing? What was your comment when you saw me?
Where you been?
No, he says, I missed you.
Oh, I did miss her.
I thought, wow, I'm going to have to do this more often.
A co-pilot is very, very important. And just to, make sure that we're in the right direction and to help with the exits and so on.
I want you to know, the reason he misses me so much also is because, you know how you have the airline stewardess? Well, believe me, when you're the passenger in these coaches, you are the airline stewardess, only called a coach stewardess, because you're back and forth and you're checking on things and you're getting waters and coffee and monster drinks and every little thing you can, and you're sitting there literally doing this all the time. It's fun.
Well, either that or I have to stop and driving and do it.
And that's not always
thank you
convenient.
for doing it. I don't have a call button though. I just yell.
Yeah, you're good at that one.
So we get to the Firehouse Campground. Wasn't very much. It was in a beautiful location in Hill City, which is halfway between Sturgis and Deadwood. And then we took a trip to Deadwood.
Yep.
Deadwood's an interesting old mining town. Now it's more for tourists with shops and restaurants and art galleries. Then we took a ride on a motorcycle and we went to Spearfish Canyon, through Spearfish Canyon, about a 200-mile trip. And it was actually really beautiful.
And in Deadwood, I met 2 of the famous motorcycle artists, and Richard has some of their pieces. One was David Ewell and
Scott Jacobs.
And David Ewell was not there, but we talked to his assistant, Greg, and found out some wonderful things about the artwork. Art that you won't look at every day. So we have not put there what we call placeholders right now, literally. So he's waiting for them.
Say hi to Alan.
Alan Rouleau.
Say hi to Pete.
Hi, Pete. Hi, Alan. Greetings from Deadwood. You can't really tell it's Deadwood.
No. I love how he puts the motorcycles and the people and the landscape and everything together. He's definitely evolving as he goes along. Then we went to Scott Jacobs' studio, which Richard also has a piece of his, and we met Scott Jacobs, and he was such a warm artist, beautiful work, does a lot of still lifes and a lot of landscaping, and he is awesome. He gave me some tips. He also runs a school, helps other artists, so he's a very giving person.
And then Dan, one of my friends too, is the one who turned me on to it, because I was using like sienna brown with white, but it's kind of like a little, I mean it looks like a flesh tiller, but not 100% that quinacridone.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Actually got to go up to his studio, and I was amazed. This is actually a working gallery studio, and it was just an all-inspiring moment for me. Okay, and before we left Deadwood, I wanted to see some of the historical stuff, but my big thing was, believe it or not, there was an Orange Julius place there. So just before we leave, I'm getting this Orange Julius. Now, I got this full cup, and I'm thinking, I'm on the back of this motorcycle. How am I going to do this? I supped that thing up and somehow rode on, and when I was done with it, it's like, what am I going to do with the cup? So I opened the zipper of the pocket to my leather jacket, and I'm folding it up and crunching up, putting it in the zipper of the pocket because I'm not littering America. And then when we stopped, Richard goes, what'd you do with that cup? Here I am.
Okay, here we are walking into the Mount Rushmore National Memorial.
And and it is gorgeous. Lookout point on the way up here, and as you're just turning the corner to get into the admissions is another great view. And there we are, up there.
Yeah, on the right side, yeah.
There it is. I wish we had the time and I were a younger person, I would be climbing and exploring every bit of this, knowing everything there was about it.
Well, right there.
You get mine.
While we were at Rushmore, we had the opportunity to see Mount Rushmore from the side, which was George Washington, which was phenomenal.
Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now, do it like it's only today.
But there was a little pull-out area there, and I'm trekking along the rocks and exploring like I usually do, and I noticed there were diamonds, look like diamonds in the rock, and so I'm trying to take my camera and trying to shoot all of this, and then I get back and it's like, where are the diamonds? But you just have to go and see for yourself. This place, I can't tell you what nature's beauty provides us firsthand. You got to see it. Hill City was awesome. All of the bikers started coming in as we arrived there, and it was doable, and I got a little taste of Sturgis because we were all parking in the middle of the road and on the side. But I can tell you, if you're an RVer and you're parked along the side of the road and you're a light sleeper like me, the roaring of the motorcycles morning, noon, and night, they just started building up and up and up. But it was something to be seen because you would see all these motorcyclists in the morning and you could clock it like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, depending on which trek they were on. It was just motorcycle after motorcycle heading from Hill City to Sturgis like every day. And I loved it. I loved the look, but I'll tell you that roaring, after a while it was like, okay, done with the roaring, but it was so cool to see that other side of things.
And one of the highlights of our trip to the Sturgis Black Hills area was Crazy Horse Mountain.
Oh, God, yes. From an artist perspective, it would be my dream to have actually been part of that project. And I guess you could if you're young and able-bodied and want to give your time free. It was just amazing of how they're still working on it and evolving. And the founder of it, I can't believe what he gave of himself to make this happen. As you see, the Crazy Horse Memorial Mountain is behind us back there, and I've been looking all morning to get as close as I can because I'm mesmerized with the beauty of that and where they're going with it.
This is in the Black Hills of South Dakota. This project was started by a Polish guy from Boston, Gorshak, and a sculptor, and he was invited by the Dakota Indian tribe to sculpt a statue of one of their famous leaders, Crazy Horse. So it became Crazy Horse Mountain. It's been now about 70 years. 70 years? Yeah, about 70 years in the making. It's still way from being done, but they have a cultural visitor center here, Native American arts and crafts. They also have creating and functioning now a university for Native Americans of all tribes who come from all over the country, students to come here to learn and to work and do internships on the mountain.
And what I found humbling and just awe-inspiring as an artist is this man basically knew that in his lifetime he had hoped that he would at least get something carved in the mountain. He was able to do the downscale sculpture of it, and his children continue that legacy, continue the sculpting and the blasting. And his wife, God bless her heart, she continued, and she knew and had the eye to know what to do. And that's how come Crazy Horse's Head is done. They're on like what, third, fourth generation of that family actually continuing to work on this and working with the Indians and the tribes so that this can go forth. I love it.
This is a great part of the country. If you've never been to South Dakota and the Black Hills, Rapid City, Sturgis, Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse Mountain, Custer State Park, there's some beautiful rides if you're a motorcyclist, even if you do it in a car through Custer Park and Iron Horse Mountain. We urge you to come out here and see this.
And there are some awesome hiking trails. Everywhere you turn, there are creeks and a little waterfall. And I mean, just to get out and put your feet on the land and imagine what it was like back then, a lot of it is uninhibited, which just makes it so inviting. Horse's head out of wood or hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen the short film about the history of the memorial, please return to the welcome center lobby and go into theater number 1. Thank you.
Well, it's not very far. We're right there.
Hey, Squaw.
Yeah.
Make me some coffee.
Yeah, well, you get that in the coach. Teepee. In the teepee, you bring me my coffee. We also visited Harley-Davidson, which was new to me.
The Black Hills Harley, which is huge.
Yeah, bunch of tents, vendors, and we kind of walked through that. And what did you get there?
I got a massage gun for my shoulder, and I got to tell you, it really, really worked. It worked.
Yeah, so that was a good buy.
And so that was the Black Hills of South Dakota. A trip that will be very memorable with Crazy Horse Mountain and Mount Rushmore and Sturgis, and we hope you enjoyed it.
Also, we managed to go on a couple of motorcycle rides, and these roadways and the creeks, and again, the little waterfalls in the creeks were mesmerizing. But sometimes those little hairpin turns, I was sitting there going, ooh! But it was really a beautiful ride all in all, and thank you very much for taking me along.
You're welcome. Good. Glad you enjoyed it.
Did. Okay, we done?
We're done.
Okay.